All right, guys, welcome back to the second half of our session. Again, starting off with the Rise of Tiamat campaign. Last week, we saw the party descend into the ice caves, some faster than others, as Cassius slipped and fell 60 feet. At that point, the party started exploring the caves. They were, after they left the first room, attacked by some ice trolls, and a couple ice toads took the opportunity to run off, potentially alerting others to the party's presence. The party continued exploring the caves. Haggard and Leia have been found. Ice hunter fisherman who was ill, who they helped with his ailment, and he told them about the location of the larder, and also about the trophy room that the party wound up finding next, which was 8 giants that Arauthadur, the old White Death, had taken into his layer here and frozen them into the wall to keep them as trophies forever. The party continued exploring at that point, found a kobold den, essentially, and managed to take those kobolds out. I say managed, really, it's not that hard. They're even at max. I always put all of the creatures at maximum health, and the kobolds still only have 10. But yeah, so the party took out the kobolds, and that's where we left off. So this week we're going to pick up. We've got a little bit of a depleted roster here. Leavin is out sick this week. Haggard is experiencing some technical difficulties and will be joining us as soon as he can. I am sort of Jaegering Cassius and Leavin because Jay is also out with work today. But with us we have Tony, the Goliath, quote-unquote barbarian, and Crispin, the half-orc rogue. So away we go, guys.
Alrighty.
So all these kobolds are dead?
Yep. Corpses.
Man, we're good.
Forward, mush.
Yeah, where do you guys want to go?
Well, there's only one way out of this room that we haven't come from.
Do you guys want to look around the room at all?
Sure.
Yes.
Investigate. Loot corpses.
All right, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Guys, I have toes. I didn't know that. I rolled a 1.
That is a 9 plus 1, 10.
Okay. So you guys are able to find a couple of walrus tusks. You'll find 3 of them. The tusks are carved with draconic imagery. The artistry on them is actually sufficient enough for 200 gold pieces each from a suitable collector.
So
you don't have to mark. You don't have to mark the tusks. Just go ahead and you guys got 600 gold essentially.
Total.
Yeah. Because I don't believe in like taking those to trade and stuff. I know a shopping session is already long enough without having to trade.
All right, I'll just keep track of everything that we get total this session, and then we'll divvy it up when we come back with everyone.
I think that's good. There.
Yep.
All right. So which way are you guys heading? So there is a hallway leading to the northwest there.
Yeah, I'm guessing we came from where the ice troll is X'd out, right?
Yeah, you guys came from here, and you came from the north. The passage continues to the south, from what you guys can tell. Actually, in your journal, Aaron, you should have an image of the ice caves. That
sweet.
corridor is actually circular. It goes all the way around.
Yes, I got it. Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Welcome back.
The fuck? I think Skype actually was the thing that I had the issue with this time.
Okay.
Yeah, let's head into
number 5.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
So your Skype was messed up? Did it have like the wrong voice or the microphone set up, or?
No, it kind of glitched, I think, when I was changing in Roll20, and for some reason it kicked my speakers off.
Oh,
and it also said that the mic wasn't working, so I just closed everything and reopened it, and now it's working.
Huh.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Hey, you're crystal clear now.
Yeah.
Glad to have you back.
Yeah. Do you want us to wait for you to join the game on Roll20, or do you just want to listen and you'll get in when you get in?
I'm still logged in on Roll20, so I should be able to join in a couple seconds.
Yep,
Okay.
We're going into your dragons. Just yeah. All right, so let's head into room 5.
Yep, northwest.
And hit us with a description while he's logging in.
Yeah. So through the fog, Go ahead and make an investigation check in this room here.
Oh,
I can't see shit in this.
I got a 10.
fog. It's better than I did.
17. I don't know what my modifiers are, but I got a 17.
Okay. So Haggard, since you have the torch too, that's going to help you out with this. So through the fog, you guys are able to see that there is like litter, food scraps, waste, worn out boots, other useless junk in this cavernous chamber. The floor is kind of pit-like. It's Tony, from what you can tell, there may be several feet of trash.
So I feel right at home.
So you guys can actually traverse the trash easier than you could on the glass-like glacial surface, but there's really nothing of value in the room, unfortunately. You do see a chamber, or you see another tunnel through the fog off to the whoops, helps if I'm on the right thing to ping, the south part of the room right there.
All right. Well, we'll have Haggard coming with us, and we'll go see what's that way. Since he's the light man. Or we could just push Cassius in front since he's got his light spell.
That's Laven. It has the...
Oh, Laven.
Yeah.
Damn. I thought Cassius lit something up too.
Nope, just Laven.
Okay.
All right. So you can see ahead that the chamber opens up to the left and right at the end of the corridor there.
Okay.
Would you like to proceed forward?
Proceeding.
Okay. I mean, you guys can say like how I'm basing it kind of off of your tokens, how aggressively you're moving forward here. Obviously, everything's slow, but without the light, it's hard to see what's going on in the rooms.
Yeah.
Okay, so this room is the larder that Mennet's told you about, Hagrid. You see mostly dried and frozen fish, whale, seal, walrus, and even a little bit of giant squid. There's furs, also the kobolds you've seen fashioned into protective clothing. Taking stock of what else is there, there's fish organs, shells, bones, soft stone, and other sundries in smaller quantities. And there are a few seemingly inexplicable items also stored away in the other supplies, including a single steel gauntlet, a silver brooch containing a cameo, the brass hilt of a dueling knife, and a decorative belt buckle.
Anything seem special about the gauntlets?
Nope.
Okay. Another junk room.
Also in this chamber are coils of rope, spikes, and a few pulleys.
Spikes.
What kind of
Can I
spikes?
check out the dueling knife?
Yeah, it's just the hilt of the dueling knife.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead and make an investigation check, though, Crispin.
Okay. There's a 13 plus 1, so 14. Wow.
Okay.
I had to think about that. That's sad.
You see kind of frozen onto the hilt now that you're inspecting it closer. Sort of, it looks like if you looked at this and you're thinking, wow, that looks like something threw this up. This is actually bits and pieces that the villagers have pulled from the stomachs of sharks and giant octopi that live in the Sea of Moving Ice.
Oh, jeez.
So, when we first started, did we just go right from the kobold fight right into what we're doing now? Or did
Yep.
we get a chance
Yes,
to do
sir.
anything?
Yeah, we're just like one room over now.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, oh wait, wrong character. Gosh. This I don't know how to say this. This has been inside something. And not in the stabby sense, but in the swallowed whole sense. Yeah, I have a feeling all of this has, actually. So, if it's wet, don't touch it.
Hagrid, do you want to make an investigation check? You seemed interested in the spikes.
Yeah. Oh, that's only a 5.
All right. You're not sure where it came from, but it's pretty obvious that this stuff wasn't made here in the north. It's not Ice Hunter craftsmanship, because it's not, stones lashed to sticks made of, pieces of dried, whale intestine or whatever.
What kind of spikes?
However, though, if you guys take this stuff, you'll be able to kind of traverse vertical changes in the chamber at all. It's basically they're spikes to like anchor things,
Okay.
like the pulleys,
So, climbing gears.
sort of.
Yeah, I want that shit.
So it's more like a piton than it's something you strap to your feet to help you walk around.
Yeah, you would not be able to fashion crampons out of these spikes, but it is more. Yeah, it's more like a piton.
Okay.
I say we take it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right.
Do we need any more rope? I have rope already, but if anyone else feels we need to grab some more, or if they don't have any.
I think you guys could pretty easily put 2 coils of rope on Tony and call it good.
I already have a coil of rope.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
now
I
you're
have
wearing
any.
one.
I'll take some rope.
Okay.
Works
I
for
can use
me.
a belt.
So now I have 100 foot of rope. Alrighty.
All right.
We're in
A lot of
3
rope.
right now.
Yes, you guys are in chamber 3, correct? The larder that Men Nets told you about.
And 2 looks like it might have been where Men's Nets was.
Correct.
Yep.
Yes, and he went up the ladder, so he's gone. But yeah, that was the chamber that you found him in.
So to the south.
To 6? Or is that an H? 6.
I know it looked like an 8-2 did.
Okay. What's your guys' marching order?
I will go first, going stealthily, I think, because I'm the sneaky type.
And then
Okay.
I'll be on one side or the other of Hagrid.
Well, I should be towards the front at least, because I don't know how many of you can see without the torch, but I know I can.
Yeah, I've got dark vision, so I think I'll be a good 5 steps ahead, trying to go very, very slowly and stealthily in the fog to be kind of like a first wave.
Okay.
And then have Hagrid and Tony follow behind with a torch.
And I can see betwixt his nether region.
I just
all right.
want to be close enough to Crispin to see his form, but I'll let him kind of go off into the dark there.
Yeah, they'll be walking more towards the center, and I'll be kind of following the wall, I think.
Okay. What? Be honest with me, guys. Do you see a red dotted line right there?
I do not.
Nope.
I see blackness.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if you guys would be able to see something right there. Okay. So as you guys enter the chamber, this chamber feels far colder than any area of the ice caves you've explored so far. The cold issues from a yawning pit in the floor that twists down into darkness, and above which a heavy iron hook is anchored in the ice of the ceiling. A 5-foot walkway extends around both sides of the pit, connecting this entrance to an exit across the room. Carved into the ice of the walls are images of white dragons in flight. You guys can see from the doorway that the walkways look safe, aside from being icy and narrow and adjacent to an apparently bottomless pit.
Oh, yeah, besides that. Perfectly safe.
All right. Being
Whoa.
careful to avoid the pit, of course.
Yeah. Don't get the torch too close to the ground. Damn, wrong character again. No. This back-to-back session is killing me. Don't get the torch too close to the ground. Might cause it to melt a little.
Yep.
And Tony's straight in character.
Directly into character.
Okay. Go around, skirt the pit, and try to get to the other side.
Are you guys taking the north path or the south path?
I like the south one. It looks safer.
I trust any gnome who thinks he's a Goliath.
But before we start traversing, why don't we tie each other together with rope? So if one of us does happen to slip and fall, we'll have 2
We all
other people
do?
as anchors.
Anchors into
Or
ice.
just pull everyone in.
Yeah, I don't think we're anchoring ourselves in ice. Unless if you're the one that falls. If I'm the one that falls or Hager's the one that falls, we're screwed. Tony, you're not holding us up.
I am super strong. What are you talking about?
How many of these spikes did we end up with? Just the one, or?
That's a good question. It didn't really give me a full inventory there. Hagrid, go ahead and make an intelligence check for me.
All right.
And add your proficiency bonus to it as well.
Well, that gives me a pretty good score, actually. Then that's an 18.
Okay. Looking at the climbing supplies, quote unquote, that you grabbed, as well as the large iron hook in the center of the room over the pit, it looks as though what you have is designed to attach that pulley to that hook to raise or lower something into that pit.
Guys, I don't know if this is something we want to investigate further, but it looks as though this stuff that we picked up might be taking stuff into and bringing stuff back out of the bottomless pit.
Well, we could always rig me up to it and lower me down. Between the two of you, I should be easily enough handled.
That sounds like a great idea to me.
So you want to go into the mouth of the Sarlacc willingly? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
You want us to stay up here, which is the better part of the plan.
I'm going to go murder all of the things.
So what is it exactly you guys are doing then?
Wait, Tony, you
Ascertain how easily it is going to be to hook this stuff up, not having done it before.
does Tony have his Pokemon in this one?
That was Tyrannus's.
That was Tyrannus. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're talking about the
bird.
yeah.
Yeah.
With enough care and time, Hagrid, it probably you could definitely hook this stuff up. It'd just take a little bit of time.
We could take 20 on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep a lookout while they're taking their time putting it together. 'Cause I feel like they're the smarter of the two, and I will be better use of making sure we're not getting jumped.
And I do have dark vision, so I shouldn't need a torch going down the hole.
So, Hagrid and Tony, why don't you guys go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me while you're hooking this thing up.
Well, I get advantage on that because of my shield. 19 and a 20, believe it or not.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you guys are able to hook it up without much issue then. And yeah, you have a rope on a pulley heading down into the pit.
All right, Tony, I'm going to let you hook this to yourself wherever you feel is most secure and comfortable.
Alrighty.
And we'll put you in there.
Sounds good. Let's do it. So I'll make like pretty much a double bow line. So it's kind of like a vest that I strap myself into.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me for tying the knot?
That is going to be a total of 10.
Total of 10. Okay. All right, then. Hagrid, you are going to lower Tony in. Crispin, you're keeping watch still?
Yes, and then if they start, Hagrid, if you start struggling, just yell and I'll come give you a hand.
10-4.
So yeah, I'll keep an eye out unless I hear screaming or the sound of a Goliath gnome falling.
All right. So let's see. Hagrid, why don't you go ahead and make a strength check for me? And Tony, I want you to make a dexterity check. Straight dexterity.
Okay. Is it against something I can see or no? Because I have advantage if it's against an effect I can see.
No, it's just this is about you like maintaining, your
Cohesion.
position on the rope. Yeah, maintaining your orientation.
Total of 20.
Okay.
Unless you don't want me adding my modifier.
Just your dexterity modifier, not
Okay.
your
Yeah,
not your saving.
That's a total of 20 then.
Okay. Hagrid, roll your strength check.
Nat 20, which gives me a 24.
Wow, you guys are making easy work of this. So, Tony, as you get lowered into the pit, you see that as you start to go into the darkness, the pit isn't necessarily straight down. You actually start touching the wall, and you begin to sort of slide along the wall as you're being lowered down by Hagrid. Do you want to keep going that way? Do you want Hagrid to let go and so you can slide? Just figure I'd offer you the opportunity if you wanted.
Keep going the safe, smart way.
Okay. All right. How much rope do you have, Hagrid? 50 feet?
50, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, Tony, you wind up...
Tony's got another 100 on him if he needs to tie off
right.
and go further.
So with the rope that you have tied around you to create the harness that you're roped into, Tony, I'm going to move you here, and you're going to have to sort of find yourself real quick, but you're going to be basically like straight down on the map from where you are now.
Okay.
Because you're being lowered into another chamber.
Roo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I don't see anything. It's all dark.
Open your eyes, idiot.
There you are. You should be able to see yourself now.
Yep.
Okay. So Tony, you are still about 15 feet above the ground, and Hagrid, you are at the you're out of rope to lower him with. But Tony, let's see what you can see from up above the fog. Let me scroll a little bit. Oh, I need a different section. Let's bring this down here. All right. So you see pillars and platforms of ice jutting up from the floor in this cavern. You are at you can see by the way the fog is rolling and sort of falling, it looks as though you are at a upper level of a large ice platform. But with it being dark and foggy, that's about as much as you can make out.
Am I standing on the platform or hanging above it?
No, you are suspended 15 feet above the ground.
Okay. Would it be feasible for me to pull out a torch, light it, and throw it across the room to see what I can see?
Sure. You can certainly try.
I would like
Go
to
ahead
try.
and make a dexterity check for me with disadvantage to pull a torch out of your pack
Okay.
and get it lit. It's going to be kind of the whole thing.
Do you want the 18 or the 20?
Well, it's with disadvantage, so it's
Do you
18.
want the 18 or the 20? It comes to a total of 22.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to sort of like, manipulate yourself around to pull a torch out of your pack and get it lit. Go ahead and make a ranged attack to see how far you can throw it.
Which would just be...
With disadvantage, because you don't have a steady surface to throw it from. You're dangling a rope.
I hear Clooney say, crack 'em.
Would you believe that I got a 3 plus my dex modifier puts it at 7?
7. Okay. So you wind up and you throw the torch, and the torch makes it about... Which direction did you want to throw it?
This way.
That way?
Yep.
All right. So the torch makes it that far.
Okay.
And it hits, actually, sorry, I need to look at the elevation. Okay. Yeah, so it hits the side of an ice pillar and drops down into the fog. So you see a dimly lit area of fog.
Okay. Since I can't see, what do I hear and smell?
Um. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okie dokie. Wow, that's phenomenal. 6.
Yeah. So you don't see or you don't hear anything. Just there's like the faint dripping noises of your typical sort of cave. And the smell is sort of that salty sea breeze.
Okay. Does it feel warmer at all down here or no?
No, it's much colder down there.
Okay. Well, I'll, basically pull myself up a hair and drop twice so I can get pulled back up.
Okay. Haggard, go ahead and make a strength check. Tony, again, make a dexterity check.
Okay. Let's see here. Wow. A total of 8.
All right. Haggard, what was your strength check?
Oh, sorry. That is an 18.
18. Okay. Tony, you start to get pulled up back through the mouth of the hole in the cavern. And as you start to change direction as you go up the twist, the knot you tied on your harness lets loose.
Woohoo!
And you fall about 30 feet.
I'm falling.
You take 8 damage.
All right.
And then I need you to make
Find
another
myself.
dexterity saving throw.
All right. Let me take some damage first. All right. -8. Dexterity saving throw is 15.
15. Okay. You hit the top of the platform and you start to slide to the south, and you stop right before you would have fallen off of that platform.
Oh, very nice. What do I see now?
Fog mostly.
And cut back to Hagrid and Crispin.
Yeah. So Hagrid, you're pulling on the rope, and all of a sudden the rope, you hear the pulley start, kind of whizzing as the rope is coming up much faster, and you pull up, and the rope, there's nothing on the other end.
I'm a guard. Guard. Shouldn't there be a gnome on the other side of that?
Yeah, we seem to have lost somebody.
Shoot. Nose goes on who goes down to get him.
Either we lost him or we need another minnow.
Do we have like a basket or something we can tie to the end of the rope that he can sit in? Would that offend the little guy?
Do we know that Tony never actually was able to reach the ground?
You could probably ascertain that by the fact that you never felt the rope go loose at all. There was never any slack in it, which you would have thought would happen if what was on the end of it was no longer being suspended by it. So yeah, you could definitely ascertain that he hadn't reached the bottom.
All right. Is there a way for us to tie another length to the end that we already have rigged and try to send another, the next lightest of our crew down there to see what happens?
Sure. First, make another intelligence check with your proficiency bonus for me.
24.
Okay. You realize that it would be better to tie it to the previously Tony end than the end in your hands. That way the rope can still go through the pulley. But yeah, you can absolutely tie another length of rope to it. To do so, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. And if you want assistance on that, you could ask Crispin if he would be willing to lend it.
Yeah, sure. I'm go with my hands.
I'm definitely going to need help with that one.
Oh yeah, I'm really good with knots. That's 12. That's adjusted up to 20.
20. Okay, perfect. All right. So it's a pretty solid knot. Crispin has tied a knot that when you put a load on the end of the rope, the tension of the two ropes pulling on each other will actually help strengthen the knot.
All right.
And then I feel like Hagrid, I feel like you're stronger and I'm more dexterous, so it makes sense if you do the holding and I do the climbing.
All right. Sounds good to me.
All right, I guess I'm going down.
All right. Hagrid, another strength check, and Crispin, a dexterity check for me, please.
Yep, and that's a natural 20 plus 5, so 25.
23.
This dice is doing me well. It's a clear one, too. Clear D20. I like it.
Nice. All right. So you were able to make it all the way down to the platform without any problems. So I'm going to go ahead and...
I got dark vision, so can I see Tony?
You can see Tony as sort of a obstacle in the fog.
Is he limp?
Nope,
Or is he
he's
like
okay.
he's on his feet? Okay.
No, he's excited.
Hey, big guy, you okay?
Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. We should do it again.
Is there anything down here, or should we just be climbing back up?
Fog, cold, damp, and there's a torch down there I threw. That's about all I got.
Is the torch still lit?
Yeah, you do off to the east, Crispin. You see a faint glow in the fog.
I'm going to, I guess, just go and grab the torch.
Okay.
Then while I'm doing that, obviously, be on my guard because I'm in a new hole and keep my eyes on my peripheral. See if I see anything of note as I'm walking over with my dim dark vision.
So the whole time I'm just kind of keeping a little bit of tension on the rope.
Yeah.
If it starts back up or it slackens, I can grab it, or I feel it all of a sudden pull, I got to grip on it so that it starts.
So yeah, Hagrid, you feel after a while you feel the rope go slack, and then you feel it tighten up again as Crispin starts walking. it starts pulling on the rope a little bit, but it doesn't feel like he's fallen or anything like that.
Okay, I continue to just feed out, keeping an eye on where the end is.
Okay. So yeah, Crispin and Tony, you see, like I said, pillars and platforms of ice jutting up from the floor. And you see all around you. Sorry, I need to double check this.
That's all right. How far was my descent? Do I know?
About 65 foot, I'd say.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to yell as loud as I can, and really hope I don't cause a cave-in, but I'm not smart enough to know that.
Or piss something off.
We're alive down here, Hagrid. Just wait for my tug, okay? And hope no one noticed that.
Await his tug.
Oh wait, I'm sorry guys. You're over here actually, not where I put you. So I will.
Oh, I didn't even. Where on the map am I?
Go south. You're in. There's basically a second map.
Okay, now I see it. Yes, I just realized my token was disappeared. I just assumed that meant I was underground. Okay. Now I see.
So what did you yell up to Hagrid? Sorry.
We're alive down here. Await my tugs.
Hagrid, you hear Crispin's voice shouting, but with the reverberations and sort of the surfaces that the sound bounces off of, it sounds like some shouting, and you hear the word "here," but that's about all you hear clearly.
Can I tell if he sounds terrified or anxious?
He does not sound panicked or anything other than his normal tone, but louder.
All right. Well, I don't feel anything strange. If I don't feel anything strange happening to the rope, I'm just going to stay here and keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like my plan was pretty much an obvious one anyways. He was probably waiting a tug.
Well, do we want to hang out down here or go back up topside and let them know that we're in an ice cave?
Does this look like this leads off anywhere?
I mean, you can tell. You can't really see anything other than the. Oh, sorry, that's not what I wanted to click. Here, hang on. So you can see. You can't see a lot of detail low down, but you can see pretty far in this chamber. You can see that the chamber is large, and that it is filled with these sort of icy pillars jutting up out of the darkness.
Okay. Now, I'm on a pulley type thing, right?
Correct.
What heavy shit do we have that we can lower Hagrid down with?
I will say this, Hagrid, if you want to slide down the chute, knowing that you can slide down it, so like if you intentionally jump down there, you only take half damage from the descent.
Well, seeing as
otherwise you can rely on my intelligence.
I'm only at half my hit points now, so I'm going to be reluctant to do anything.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's see, what do we got?
But I am kind of wondering if this is where we are supposed to go.
It would make sense that there would be more than one way to get down here. This was just kind of the stupid, let's throw Tony in a hole thing.
Well,
right, but would he want to find the other path by himself? Because odds are a easier path is probably more guarded.
If there are other members that have lengths of rope, we could always attach them with the spike and just kind of traverse down, holding on to that rope until we get close enough to where the drop is minimal.
True.
I mean, yeah, there isn't enough rope there for you guys to attempt that if you want.
Just taking a look at the cave map again. There does appear to be another one of those pits off in one of the other chambers. I'm just wondering if
you want us to climb back up?
If they're connected, or if there's other things in the other chambers we should check out before all going down there. I really don't know.
Hagrid, go ahead, make another intelligence check, and this is going to be to see if you remember what Bone Carver told you guys about the layout of the cavern, which is why you have the map in the first place.
Fuck Bone Carver.
That's a 10.
Okay, you remember her saying something about that other chamber that looks like it has a pit in it. She said that she's never been allowed near that chamber, but she has seen some of the other servants of Arothador going to and from that chamber.
I'm always a fan of full exploration, so.
Yeah, I'd hate to miss the opportunity. It does sound like this might actually be letting us in a back door, so to speak.
So we want to go back up then?
I would be for it.
All right, I'll untie myself and I'll hand the rope to Tony. Figure we send the lightest person up first, so we have 2 people up there to pull my heavy orcish self up if we need it.
We still have another 2 party members up there with him.
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. Forgot about that. Then I signal to Tony he can hop on my back if he wants, or he can take a second trip if he wants.
I'll hop on his back.
All right.
Okay.
And now Tony wants to take mounted combat as a feat.
Hagrid, why don't you go ahead and make a strength check with advantage?
Oh, you gave me advantage. 17.
Okay. It takes a little bit of time, and luckily Cassius and Levin are helping you because your feet start to slide a couple of times. Pulling Crispin up while holding Tony is much harder than lowering Crispin or Tony alone ever was. But eventually, with some time, you are able to pull them both out of the pit and up to that level.
La fell in the pit.
We found a pit with ice.
Yep. Well, at least we know that exists, if need be. But yeah, let's go steal some shit. I mean, explore, adventure.
I pull all the rope and whatever else we need back out of the lock and tackle and throw it over to Crispin, ask him to undo his magic knot.
Oh, yes.
And coil the ropes back up, and so we have them again.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would like to thank you as a DM for making sleight of hand useful for once.
Yeah. You can thank the good people at Wizards of the Coast and those who wrote Xanathar's Guide to Everything. That book is fantastic to anyone who doesn't have it or hasn't read it or whatever, and who DMs, because they introduced some pretty revolutionary ways to use skill checks, with tools and stuff like that, like using tools to make different kinds of checks. It's kind of cool.
It's like it's a guide to everything.
Tune in next fall for Crispin's Guide to Nothing.
Crispin's Guide to Rain.
Stairs.
All right. Skirt the edge and see what's on the other side.
Keep heading south, yeah.
Okay.
I grabbed the torch, which I'm assuming I had to extinguish and stow using Cassius's light to see what I was doing. So I grabbed the torch and relight it.
Sure.
We're at a crossroads.
That is a graceful solution.
Let's pull up the map.
Eastward.
Well, we know Tony's vote.
Eastward.
East would take us back to where we came in.
Tony sees that really big room and he's interested.
Yep.
Really big room, which looks like it's where the boats are allowed to dock.
Yep.
Okay.
Has piqued my interest.
Well, yeah. I'm not one to say no. We don't know which. A left is as good as right.
All loops around anyways.
Yep.
It's like life, man.
I'll just comes full circle.
So you guys are able to make it to the room without any issues. And this room is similar in a way to the room with the frost giants, in that the fog is still present here, but it's sitting lower. And in this room you see more trophies of a Rothvitter's many battles. As you guys look around, you see among the creatures frozen here in death are 2 Remorhazes, a trio of Behirs, 5 abominable Yetis, and a giant skid giant squid of jaw-dropping size. A complete longship with sail raised is also on display here.
Is this like a frozen lake, or is it just stuff brought in?
It is stuff that is encased in ice, like the frost giants. It is a display.
So this boat was brought in. It wasn't like.
Correct. Yeah. This chamber is not open to the sea.
Okay.
As far as you can tell. Does anyone have a background with ships at all?
I was on a ship when we came up here.
Let's see here.
That's about it, though.
I got folk hero. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a city folk.
So Cassius kind of looks over the ship. Obviously, as a man of intelligence, he takes a look and he says to the party, "There's no way that this ship was brought in here whole." And he points out, he says, "You can see there's some mistakes in the rigging and the hull planking. It's passable work for a good display, but it looks." For those of you who have been exposed to kobolds a lot now, which is pretty much all of you but Cassius, it looks like it was assembled by kobolds. So the craftsmanship is as good as it can be for a kobold. But what's of potentially more immediate interest to the party is obviously encased in thick, clear ice with the rest of the ship. Is the open chest of gold and jewels sitting on the ship's deck. Without really taking a close look, or without really, working your way through that. Actually, sorry, the ship isn't encased in ice. Sorry, but it's without touching anything, you can see that there's probably between 1,000 and 1,500 gold pieces worth of stuff on the ship.
How thick is the ice?
The ship is locked in the ice, but it's not encased in ice like the frost, like the giants were. No, you can actually get on the ship.
I care about the gold. I want to know how thick the ice is on it.
No, there's not ice on the gold, is what I'm saying.
Well, sounds like we need to steal stuff.
That sounds like a great idea. You are speaking my language, little man. I mean, big man, sorry.
Little man? Where do you see a little man?
I'm sorry. I meant big man. I meant big man. No offense meant.
Goliath.
I can see that. And I am very smart.
Well, you're the sticky finger type.
I am.
Go be sticky fingers.
Yes, I'm gonna go up to the ship and I'm gonna look for. You said it's coated in ice.
The ship itself is like locked in ice. Like you couldn't like move the ship if you wanted to, but you can get on deck, and you can have access to this chest.
All right, you said it was put together. I want to look at the like you said it was reconstructed.
Correct.
I want to make sure that I want to take a look around and see if it would hold me climbing or.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
And I guess, or if anything else was added during the reconstruction too, while I'm looking.
Like a trap.
Yeah. So that's a 19 if it's perception, you said.
Investigation, I said.
Oh, shit. So it's a 12 plus... shit, that takes it down to a 13.
Okay. But you don't see anything that would indicate that the ship is not structurally sound enough for you to stand on. And you don't notice any traps.
All right, I'm going to start climbing towards the gold then.
Okay. You're able to make it to the gold without any issue. And you see in the chest, like I said, it's gold. There's electrum, silver, and other jewelry and sort of precious objects like gems and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just going to start tossing it overboard towards, just overboard so Tony and Hager can grab it.
Okay. Are you going to empty the chest?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Well, up to you, DM. I'm gonna keep taking stuff until something happens or until it's empty. So.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and make note then, Aaron. There's 375 gold pieces.
Yep.
1,480 electrum.
1,480.
495 silver. and the jewelry and other precious objects add up to another 200 gold.
All right, damn. We're ballers. All right, and then while I'm up here, I'm going to I want to thoroughly inspect the area for more things that I can take, more things of value.
Like on the ship you're talking about?
Yeah, on the deck of a ship, or even like a doorway to below deck.
It looks like go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oof, that is a 11 plus 1, 12. 12.
So it takes you 5 minutes or so, but you're able to look around the ship. You go below deck. There's nothing else of value on the ship. This is for display purposes. So yeah. The gold was there for a Rother to look at, remember his victory sort of thing.
All right, I'll hop back off the ship and say, well, it was just the obvious, but still a pretty good haul. Did you guys see anything else while I was up there?
Nope.
Just a bunch of frozen dead shit.
It seems to be a theme.
It does. This was definitely worth the adventure into this room.
All right. So what next?
So should we go back the other way now? Should we go west down that same hall?
Yeah. No, I'd say it was definitely worth going in that room. We made 500 gold, 1,480 electrum, and 500 silver.
Crispin and Haggard, back up into that room real quick, and let's get a marching order for you guys set here.
Okay. Well, we have the two choices. It'd be either, again, me going up slightly ahead, using the fog as a cover, or have Haggard, our tank, going ahead with the light to give us all the best drop.
Well, you guys have a couple sources of light now. Crispin, you have a torch that you picked up. It's Tony's torch. Leovan has his produce flame spell, and Haggard has a torch as well.
My dark vision would work in fog, though, a little bit, right?
So dark vision in complete darkness, you can see shades of gray.
Yep.
So for the most part, in fog like this, you can't see shit.
Oh, okay. So never mind then. Then I there's no point in me going in front then if I can't be sneaky about it. So
yeah, no,
you might as well have Haggard take the lead then with his torch.
Yeah.
If that's all right with you.
Sure.
Tony, any objections?
Nope. Critical roll just froze is all.
Critical roll.
Or not critical roll 20. Brain fart.
Critical roll 20.
Yep. It decided freezing was the best option because we're in an ice cave.
Nice.
Damn you, DM. All right. Nope. Let's go the other way.
So as you guys leave the room, you are greeted by the sight of 2 more ice trolls. So let's have you guys back up a little bit to...
Yeah, I was going to say, if they just spontaneously appear in front of us and behind us, those are some good ice trolls.
That's why I was trying to get the marching order established. Crispin, what are you playing?
What's that?
What are you playing?
Nothing.
Where are the controller noises coming from?
Oh, shit. That's my dog chewing on a bone, I think.
Oh, really? It sounds
Yeah.
like someone mashing buttons on a PlayStation controller.
Yep.
Nope, that is a 2.5-pound dog chewing on a little rawhide.
Oh, okay.
Ambitious.
Yes, very.
Alrighty.
All right, so I think Crispin needs to join us back here. There you go.
I moved him.
But I want to die.
All right, so Do these trolls see us, or do we just see them? Or
They see you. They were coming to this room specifically.
I shall roll the initiatives.
Yes, we are rolling initiative now.
Oh, it's so nice to have a character who has a +5 instead of a -3.
are they carrying stuff to put in that room?
No.
Damn it.
No. Yeah, I was hoping their hand full of stuff.
Cut their Achilles and steal their shit and run away.
Their hands are full of claws. All right. Roll for the trolls here. Okay. All right, guys. So, I need to roll for Leovan and Cassius as well. Oh wow, those are pretty good.
Roll 20 somehow.
You left roll 20 somehow?
Well, it crashed back to the title page.
Ah.
And I should be back in 1 second. There we go.
All right. Haggard, what do you get?
14.
Okay.
Mine was a 16.
16. Okay.
Yeah. Just need to find the map again. There I am.
Okay. So then, Tony, you are going to be first.
All right, then I'm gonna walk up and recklessly attack a troll.
Nice.
Remember that difficult terrain.
So my movement speed's 35. That's the weird thing. So 5, 10.
So you get 15.
Yeah, that's 15.
Okay.
Oh, I want to recklessly smash a troll.
All right.
How about that is 8 plus 7, so that should be 15.
15 just barely hits.
All right, so I need a D12 and a D4. 10, 13, 16 damage.
Okay.
And I still get 2 attacks, don't I, even though I'm not raging?
You have extra attack as a barbarian, I believe. Yeah.
Yep. So let's attack him again. Which I don't think I get reckless on that one.
Yes, you do. So what you do is you choose reckless, and you get advantage on your attacks for
during
your
the
turn.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you do reckless if you're not raging? Is my other
It
question.
just says when you make your first attack on your turn. It doesn't say I need to be raging.
Okay.
All right. How about a... What's that? 19.
A 19 will hit.
Wow, that's super shitty. For 6 damage.
Okie dokie.
Shit damage.
All right. That brings us to Cassius. So he's going to... let's see. His movement speed is... So he can move to there, and that is going to end his turn. He's going to use his action to take the dodge action. And then Leovan also goes. He has more move speed though because he's an elf. But he still only gets 15.
I feel like I'm fighting dragons.
Okay, that brings us to Crispin. And good, I'm glad you feel like you're fighting.
I'm gonna, run up and use my bonus action to dash so I can get to this guy.
Okay.
Using my cunning action. And then I will come in. Do I want to... Now, Dagger of Venom.
Yeah.
to use the venom, would I have to have a bonus action available?
I believe that it requires a bonus action to activate the.
Okay, then I'll just come in with my rapier.
I can double check though. What does it say on the D&D Beyonds?
Let me see. Equipment.
Oh, it's an action actually. You can use an action to cause thick black poison to coat the blade.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just use my rapier.
Okay.
To do a sneak attack.
All right.
And that is a 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
What is my sneak attack at this point? Sneak attack is 4d6. So that's 9 piercing damage for the rapier, and 8 plus 7 is 15. So 24 total damage.
You said it was 15 from the sneak attack?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's it for your turn?
That is all I can do, yes.
Okay. Hagrid, you are up. There. Actually, no. Sorry. Hagrid, you're not up. I apologize. The trolls are up, actually. Sorry, I misread my notes. All right.
Okay.
So the troll is going to make 2 attacks at Tony and 1 at Crispin. Tony, the ones towards you are a 21 and a miss.
Yep, 21 will hit.
Okay.
Barely.
So you're going to take 9 slashing damage.
All right.
And then Crispin, the attack towards you is it's an 11.
17's the AC, so that'll clank.
All right. This troll here. Squeeze in there, and he's going to make a trio of attacks at you, Crispin.
Okay.
Only one of those hit though. It's one of the claw attacks.
And just half that damage, because I'm going to uncanny dodge it.
Okay, so you take 4 damage.
Perfect.
And then that ice troll doesn't regenerate his health. So now it's your turn, Hagrid. Very sorry about that.
No problem. Let's see, we've bottled things up. I'm gonna move there, and even with Crispin standing right there, would I be able to use the ring, try and fire at the troll there?
Yeah, they're much larger than you guys, so you can hit either troll from where you're standing with your ring.
I will attempt to hit the one to the north.
Okay.
What was the attack bonus on that?
Your spell attack bonus.
Spell attack, okay. So that's 21.
That'll hit.
And I forgot what damage it does. But I had to have that written down. Ooh, nice. 19 radiant damage.
Wow.
Yeah, that was some good rolls.
Not too shabby.
And that's guiding bolt, correct?
I'm not sure if it was given a specific name to this. All it says is the target takes 4d6 radiant damage. I have attack advantage before the end of the next turn.
Yeah, it's guiding bolt.
Okay. I'll write that in there. All right, so I only used 5 of my movement. I have 10 left, yes?
Correct.
All right, I'm going to move into melee range and attempt to warhammer him. Nice. 27.
That'll hit.
Trying to remember if I have any. Uh, 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And for my extra attack, I'd like to do the same.
Mhm.
That's only a 16.
A 16 will hit.
Nice. For 10 more bludgeoning.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Tony, you're up.
Alrighty, let's go after the troll in front of me again recklessly. 14.
14 will miss.
Alright, second
Just
attack.
realized I forgot to take advantage on the attacks against you.
19.
19 will hit.
Alright. It's 15 damage.
All right. That it for you?
That's all I can do.
All right. So Cassius is going to move in, and he's going to attack that ice troll with his rapier. He has some sort of right type thing active. Oh yeah, so he has Right of the Storm active. So it does an extra 1d6 damage if he hits. Which he will. So it's a d8, d6. Alright, so that's 9 damage against the troll. And he has extra attack. He rolled another 15, so that'll hit. Same thing for 8 damage. Okay. That brings us to Oyaviggaton. And let's see. What's Oyaviggaton going to do? Oyaviggaton likes to attack with a spell called Poison Spray, which he can do if he steps there. So he's going to do that. So the troll needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Sorry, kind of working through this slowly here, guys.
No worries.
Ooh, he passes though, so fuck your Poison Spray, Oyaviggaton. So then, as a bonus action, Oyaviggaton's going to throw his produced flame at the troll. That's going to hit for 2d8 plus 6, or 2d8 plus a d6 damage. So that's for 15 damage. Okay, that brings us to Crispin.
All right. I am going to come with the rapier on that troll in front of me again. The same one that I attacked last time, that Tony attacked.
Okay.
And that is a 20 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
And regular damage is 7 plus
5 is 12, and sneak attack damage is 9 plus 5, 14, so 26 damage.
Okay.
And I use my bonus action to disengage, and I'm going to move back to there.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. The trolls are up. This one to the north is going to regain a little bit of health. The one in the south does not. The troll to the north is going to make 3 attacks at you, Hagrid. Two of those are going to hit. The bite is a critical hit. Luckily, that's the lower damage of the two. So that's 14 damage from the bite. And 13 damage from the claw.
That was up.
And the troll, he's going to yell out, Menzies, leave dragon treasure alone! And the other troll, which is on literally his last fucking leg, is going to make 3 attacks against Tony with the advantages. So let's see, the bite is going to miss. Well, Tony, what's your AC?
20.
Jesus.
Hey, you gave me the mask.
I didn't give it to you. It was in the game. That's going to miss. And that's going to miss. Damn.
Suck it, Trebek.
All right. Then it brings us to Hagrid.
All right. Seeing as I am hurting, first thing I need to do is just this action to get a physical hands.
Sorry. I couldn't hear you there, Dad. Your sound kind of drowned out there.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I don't know if I maybe had the battle music too loud. Sorry.
Oh, I can't even hear battle music.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, as I said, I'm hurting pretty good now, so I need to lay hands on myself. But
Okay.
Rest assured, I will leave my armor on. So I'm going to use my entire pool to increase my hit points to something that I'm not afraid of. And was trying to see if I had any spells that would work in close melee range. I think I'm just going to maybe attack with my warhammer.
Okay.
Actually, I have because of the ring, I have advantage on my attack.
Mm-hmm.
Not much better, but it is a 16.
That will hit.
All right. I'm going to use Divine Smite at the 2nd level. That'll be 15 bludgeoning. I'm sorry, no. 19 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then my extra attack. 27 to hit.
That'll hit. That'll hit most everything.
Pretty much, yeah. That is an extra 10 bludgeoning.
All right. Ooh, not 40, 10.
And that was my turn.
All right. Brings us back up to the top. Tony.
All right, I'm gonna still try and smash that same troll's face in.
Okay.
How about a 22?
That'll hit. Is this reckless?
Yes.
Okay.
That is going to be 16 damage.
All right. That is enough to take out this troll.
All right.
Woohoo!
Then I would like to climb onto his corpse to attack the other one.
Okay.
So I want to go like right there.
All right.
Reckless. That is going to be a 13.
13 will miss.
All right, and I'm spent.
All right. So it is now Cassius's turn. He is going to step in there, fill the gap, and make an attack at the troll with his rapier. Man, I am rolling nothing but 15s on that dice. All right. So that's going to hit. And he's going to do 6 damage. And then his extra attack. Not a 15, but still hits. And that's going to be another 13 damage. And Leovan is going to produce and throw a flame for his turn. What's his attack bonus for spells? Oh, yeah, that'll hit. So that's 2d and a d6. Not a lot of damage. It's 5 damage, but he does prevent the troll from regenerating on its turn. Crispin, you're up.
Let's see. I'm just gonna play it safe and take a shot with a short bow on the remaining troll.
Yeah, that's what you did last time.
Oof. I guess with the adjustment, it's not bad. It's a 9 plus a 9, so an 18.
18 will hit.
All right. Base damage is a 2 plus 6 is an 8 piercing for base, and then for sneak attack is 12, 13, so 21 total.
Okay. Very nice. That brings us to the troll. The troll does not regenerate. The troll is going to make 1 attack each at Hagrid, Cassius, and Tony. Hagrid, what's your AC again?
21.
21. Okay, so he misses you. He hits Cassius. And he hits Tony. All right. So Cassius is going to take 10 damage. Tony, you take 12 damage.
Oof.
Yeah, it's rough taking damage when you're not...
Raging.
Yeah. All right, that ends the troll's turn, and that brings us to Hagrid.
All right. Getting really low on spell slots here, so I think I'll just melee him. Nat 20.
Swaggy H does it again.
Oh, God. Then I rolled a 2 on it. So that's only 8 bludgeoning.
That's with your modifier?
Yep.
Plus 4? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And for my extra attack, 24.
That'll hit.
Same die, rolled a same 2 again. So 6 this time.
6. Okay.
That guy's in jail.
All right. The troll's barely hanging on. Mr. Pobar.
Oh, recklessly. 14.
14 will miss.
Next one is going to be a 22.
That'll hit.
All right. That is 9 damage.
All right. How do you want to do this?
I would like to cleave his head off.
All
with
right.
extreme prejudice.
Tony leaps off of the corpse of the other ice troll that he felled, and he spins around with his great axe and cuts off the ice troll's head. And everything goes quiet again.
So is it bad that I had the
was
thought
fun.
that we are in an ice cave where they dump people to get better, so we could probably take a long rest in that room that retarded fish fucker was in?
I was definitely hoping that we could hole up somewhere for a long rest.
Well, he said the trolls can't make it up there, so I think the worst we'd have to worry about is kobolds and toads.
Haggard, go ahead and make a intelligence check again for me.
Intel is a 17.
17. You do remember Mendnet's telling Leovan after he used Lesser Restoration on him that he did wake up in the middle of the night a couple times to see trolls peering hungrily at him from the corridor.
But not trying to get in at him.
Yep.
But that's, well, I don't know. We're not going to be mistaken for any of the fisher folk up top, but I don't know that it makes a difference to them.
We're also a lot more sturdy than freaking pneumonia crippled fisherman.
Well, plus he was laying in the bed of furs or whatever, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
That's right in the center. If we can figure out which of the areas in that same cave we would be less conspicuous in, maybe we won't even be seen.
Well, why don't we go take a look and see what we can decide?
All right. Do we find anything of any value on these trolls?
Nope, they don't have pockets.
What about their organs? Are they valuable? Weren't expecting
You
that
haven't
one.
seen you haven't seen any troll organs in the inventories of food throughout the cave. So either they have no natural predators here, or people don't eat the parts.
No, I was thinking for like an apothecary.
Look, just because I play Skyrim music doesn't mean this is Skyrim.
Does
Troll
anyone have
fat
any-
is not an apothecary material here.
Damn you. All right.
Anyone have any fava beans and some Chianti?
Ooh.
Ooh.
You can have some troll liver.
All right. Well, let's go check out Mentet's area and see if we can find a good spot that we're comfortable holding up at.
Sounds good.
We in Dune now?
Dune.
Oh yeah, Mentats. That was the like the candy type stuff that you eat to get health, right?
All right. Adventuring.
All right, so we could probably get right past that
Pit.
pit again, right?
Yeah.
Because we know that there's a second level to this cave. It's bound to be at least a dragon in here somewhere with the amount of crap that's hoarded here.
You'd think so.
And I have 1 rage left.
I mean, you don't put out a display boat with gold if not for a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys are wanting to take a long rest in this room?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay. Is anybody keeping watch?
I'll keep
Definitely.
watch. Or I'll at least take first or second shift.
Yep, I'll take
Okay.
I'll take second since Crispin says spoke first.
Alrighty. Okay. Let's see here. So, Crispin, you're on first watch.
That is correct.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for him.
That is a 5 plus 7, 12.
Okay. For your period of the watch, you don't notice anything other than the slow rolling of fog. Who's up second?
Me.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
That is going to be an 11.
Okay. Same thing. Just fog, the low crackle of the brazier, not the brazier. Okay. Laven volunteers to take the third shift. And he's going to make a perception check. That's pretty good. Nothing happens on his shift. Who wants fourth shift?
I suppose I can take one if it still affords me a long rest.
Yep.
All right. $16.
Okay. Yeah. Also uneventful. You guys managed to survive full rolls on the random encounter table.
Awesome.
All right. So you gain the benefits of a long rest.
We can rage once more. All right, continue the adventuring. Do we want to go out this room to the left then? Can anybody hear me? I cannot hear anybody.
Correct.
And it looks like we want to get to.
No, I'm talking about right there.
And then so you won't slide anywhere as long as you're on the white part. The different colors represents different elevations.
To the left.
So we're already up on the upper elevation.
Correct.
Okay. Then never mind.
I vote to the left.
To the left, to the left, to the left.
Yep, that
to
works.
the left.
Dun, dun.
To the left we go.
Give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry.
All right. Check the map. Looking at our map, why not to the north? The northwesty.
So to 13.
Yep, 13 and 14.
Yeah, might as well do a full sweep while we're here.
Yep.
All right, guys. Many apologies. I'm back. Where do you guys want to go?
Northwest.
Northwest. Okay. Ice caves.
That'd be north by northwest.
I think the other one's just kind of west. All right, that's room 13.
That's
Okay.
a movie reference, Corey.
I did not catch that one. I apologize. All right, guys. So you can see that far into the room.
Alrighty. Let us continue to push further.
Okay. At this point, I'll show you the rest of the room.
Yikes.
Spread it on.
Bring it.
All right. A bizarre sight greets you in this rough-walled chamber. About a dozen giant toads with thick, mottled white hides are at work here, scribing strange writing into the ice of the walls, or onto weathered parchment and stone tablets. A few toads transfer parchments and tables into and out of floor-to-ceiling cubby holes cut into the ice along the entire southern wall.
Have they noticed us yet?
Yes. There is sorry, wrong thing. There is a toad here that is keeping an eye over the proceedings, so they see you entering the room.
Well, I don't
Can
think
we
there's
get
a way out.
Can we get Cassius and Leovan over there so we look more intimidating?
Well, let me rage and go on a slaughter fest.
That's what you want to do?
Oh, why not?
I mean,
Unless
do
you
they-
guys want to try and talk Toad.
Just try to walk past.
Well, that doesn't sound very fun.
No.
Oh, Jack talked Toad. Jack talked Toad real well.
Surprise round on 3.
They haven't done anything threatening yet, so yeah, impromptu surprise attack.
Sure, why not?
Does the DM
Okey dokey.
abide? But
And look, it's your guys' game, man. I'm just here playing. I'm just here making sure rules happen.
the DM
Okay, I'll
abides.
bet.
Okay, so then why don't you go ahead and roll initiative?
17.
19.
I only rolled an 8.
Well, you got to save your 20s for all the fighting you do, you know?
Right.
True.
Okay. I need to roll for Laven and Cassius too. They did not roll so well this time. Okay. So 20
Can I
to
have a
25.
request for Leovan?
Sure.
Can we turn him into a gianter toad?
Maybe. I'll have to look. 20 to 25. Nobody? Okay. All right. 15 to 20.
17.
19.
All right. Tony, what's your initiative bonus?
+4. With
4.
advantage.
Ooh. What gives you advantage? Is that gnomish?
Barbarian thing.
Barbarian, oh.
Yep. It falls under. Let me find it.
Crispin, what was your initiative?
It's 17. My bonus is +5.
17. Okay. All right. Then that's gonna be
Feral
Laven.
instinct.
Cool. Very nice.
All right.
Should give that to the rogue for some early strikes too. So I like it better when someone it goes up front and it becomes the prime target.
Hagrid, what was yours? An 8?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Tony, you will be up first.
All right. So 5, 10, 5, 10, 15. Let's rage at a toad
Okay.
and recklessly attack it. How about a 21?
21 will hit.
All right. That is going to be a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage.
Okay.
And second attack on said toad.
Mm-hmm.
That will be a 16.
Okay.
11, 13 damage.
Okay.
And I'm spent.
Alrighty. Are you raging?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Next up is the leader toad at the back. You hear some weird croaking. Sorry, and all the other ice toads put down their implements and turn towards you guys.
Oh.
That one.
Turn towards us, or they start towards us?
Wait, they put down what do they put down?
Their implements.
No, they surrendered.
No. Yeah, okay. That one has its own character sheet, right? Yeah, it do. You don't think it'd be the way that it is, but it do.
It do what it do.
Okay. So, the toad at the back jumps quite a leap. And then its movement speed there. So it leaps forward into the midst of the other toads. And it's going to end its turn. Crispin, you're up.
I think we should capture that toad.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oops. Come in with the rapier at this guy. That is a 6 plus 8, which is a 14 to hit.
A 14 will hit.
Okay, and that is 8 piercing for the base. And holy shit. That is 22 for the sneak attack, so that's 30 total.
Nice. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. 2 6s, 2 5s. That's the best sneak attack I've ever rolled.
That toad has croaked. All right, Crispin, is that it for you?
Let's see. Yeah.
That is all
Yeah, I
of
think I
yours.
used all movement. Yeah. Then yeah.
All right. Then Leovan is up, and he is. When I can find out how to do it, he's gonna try to turn into a giant frog.
Yay.
Okay. He's gonna wild shape. Assume the shape of a beast. Oh, that you have seen before twice. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, so he's gonna shapeshift into a giant frog.
Are frogs and toads like, cousins? They like each other, or is it like Crips and Bloods?
So he's gonna turn into a giant toad. So he's the same as them, but he's not icy.
Oh, you had frog, so.
Sorry, yeah, I looked to see if there was in fact a giant toad, And there is. Is there a giant frog? There is. But that's a really shitty beast, so he's not going to transform into that.
Really, the toad's better than the frog.
Yeah, the toad's a CR1. The frog is a CR1/4.
Wow.
Alrighty. So that's Leovin's action, and he's going to move forward. Since he's not an ice toad, he's still going to have the problems with moving around. So he's going to move there. Get ready to jump in. Okay, jump in. That brings us to Hagrid.
All right. Can I use my bonus action to dash?
Not as a bonus action. No, that's a rogue thing, so you can use your action to dash.
All right, then I will move by 15 that I'm allowed, and I am going to switch out to one of my 5 javelins.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to
What am I, 5?
I'm gonna attempt to hit that toad, the ice toad right there.
Okay.
With it. Oh, that is a critical failure.
All right, so that one goes sailing ineffectively into the ice right there.
All right, since I haven't really done too much with these things, I'm going to use my extra attack to try the same thing.
Okay.
Not much better because it hits. God. Might as well. 8.
An 8 will also miss, unfortunately.
Okay. 2 go clattering off into the distance.
Yeah, so that one doesn't. It's not a critical miss, so it doesn't stick directly into the ice. It hits the ice at an awkward angle and slides and winds up hitting the one that was in the ice and spins off behind it towards like the feet of this ice toad here. Okay. Anything for a bonus action, Hagrid?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. Then it is Dr. Cassius Hole's turn. Doctor. Okay. What kind of shit can he do for an attack? Does he have anything that he can do from far away?
What kind of shit can't he do?
Okay. Let's see. All right, he's going to move in. And he's just gonna use his action to take the dodge action and just be ready to cast a Curse of the Eyeless on an enemy if he needs to. So that brings us to Le Toads, the non-Leovian toads. Okay.
They're coming closer.
I forget which one is these front 4 have moved Have any of those front 4 moved?
They all have. I think the back guys haven't. But I could be wrong.
You guys need to do me a favor and kill some of these toads so I can remember which ones have moved. That's my fault for not starting at the back and working my way to the front. Okay, so... Okay, so 2 ice toads are in a position to make an attack. One is going to attack Oyaviggaton, and the other one's going to attack Tone. No, sorry, Hagrid. It's going to attack Hagrid. They both miss. And that's it for the toads, I guess. So that brings us back up to Tony.
Alright, so as I'm taking a step forward, I'm going to scream, "Capture the boss one!" Because I can speak to beasts. Haha. Step forward, and I'm going to Rage and Reckless attack the one immediately in front of me.
You already raged.
I know, I'm just saying. I'm Raging and Reckless attacking.
Okay.
So how about a 23?
That will hit.
Alright. Come here, you stupid dice. 16 damage.
Okay.
And second attack. That is a 13.
13 will hit.
Surprising. Alright, so 19 damage.
Okay.
And I'm spent.
All right. Also, Tony, I need you to... So because of where you started your turn, you take 6 cold damage.
Why do I take 6 cold damage?
Because the toads themselves are very cold.
I should only take 3.
Well, if you're raging, then you take 3. It's your job to have it, not mine.
I do what I want. Alright.
All right. Is that it for your turn?
I already said I'm done. Don't
Okay.
judge me.
Making sure. All right. It is Bossman's turn. Okay. That brings us to, I think, Oyaviggaton Frog. Nope, Crispin.
Alright. I'm going to step in here and take a swing at that gentleman with the rapier.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. That is a 1 and a 2. So that is a 10 to hit.
A 10 will miss. Also, why did you roll with advantage?
Oh. I thought I was because never mind. It's only when I automatically gave myself advantage when I should have just given myself sneak attack.
Okay, you missed anyway.
But yeah, it doesn't matter. It was bad.
Anything else for your turn?
Shoot. Let's see. I'm gonna follow up with a dagger.
Okay.
And that's much better. That's an 18.
18 will hit.
And that is 1d4 plus 5 is...
So for if you're attacking with a
Oh
bonus
yeah,
action,
no plus. That's 4.
Yeah. 4?
Yep.
Okay.
And that is it.
Okie dokie. All right. Oyaviggaton Toad is up, and he's going to make an attack at the Ice Frog and Ice Toad in front of him. Okay. That's going to hit. Yep. That is a D10 plus 2. So 4 damage. Plus 3 poison damage. Oh, okay. Actually, never mind. Not going to do the damage, but he's going to swallow that toad in front of him.
Hmm.
Just got to make sure that they're the right size. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he swallows. Oh, no, never mind. Gosh. Laven would probably remember this because he's already done this. But yeah, so that was... Okay, yeah, so it was 7 damage. And the target is grappled. Okay. And then he can try to do the same thing next turn to try to swallow it. Okay. That's it for Laven. Hagrid, you're up.
All right. I'm going to try to hit the one in front of me again.
Okay.
I've switched back to my Warhammer, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a 13 hit.
13 will barely hit. Also, you take 1 cold damage for starting your turn next to one of the toads.
Righty. And kind. Toad will take 9 bludgeoning.
9 bludgeoning?
Yes.
Okay.
And then my extra attack is 27
Mm-hmm. Definitely hits.
for 6 more bludgeoning.
Okay. Alrighty. Is that it for you then?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Okay. Cassius is going to, now that they're closer, he's going to, move up to Laven. He's going to activate his Blood Right thing. It's Crimson Right. There we go. Why is that not working?
Because it hates you.
Apparently. There we go. Okay. Now I got it sorted out. All right, so he's going to activate that as his bonus action. And he's going to attack the frog. That's going to miss, though, I think. +8. Yep, that'll miss. So his extra attack will hit. It's a D8 and D6 for 10 damage. Okay. That brings us to someone else's turn. The toads. Okay. Okay. That is a real big mess now.
Perfect.
For me, that's just a mess of fucking name tags. Okay. All right. Tony, you're going to get attacked by 2 ice toads. And they have advantage against you.
That they do.
So the first one is a 20.
That'll hit.
So that hits. Okay, so You're going to take 6 piercing damage
Tree.
and 3 cold damage. And you are grappled.
So that would be what? 4?
What?
Because it's halved. 6
Right.
plus 3 is 9 and 4.5, so 4.
Yes. And then the other toad is going to attack you. But he misses. Okay. Hagrid, you're going to have 3 toads attack you. But they all miss. The ice toad that Leovan has is going to try to break out of the grapple. What's the DC on that? 13. Does not break the grapple. One is going to try to attack Leovan. That misses. Right? Yeah. And then one is going to try to attack Crispin, and one is going to try to attack Cassius. Crispin, yours misses. Cassius is going to hit. But he's going to use his reaction to cast, or to do... Curse of the Eyeless to impose disadvantage. Which is going to cause them to still hit, actually. So then he's going to take 2 piercing and 5 cold damage, and he's grappled. Okay. That brings us to Tony. You are going to take some cold damage. 12 cold damage.
All right.
And then go ahead.
All right, which one has me grappled?
The one right in front of you.
Oh, so I'm not even going to bother trying to break the grapple. I just want to fuck him up.
Can't. You have to break the grapple. You can't
No, I
attack
don't.
when you're grappled.
I refuse! Okay. Luckily, I have
This could
advantage
be,
on the strength checks.
Yeah.
How about a... It's just a straight strength. I've never had to do this, actually. Alright, so that means it's a 19.
Okay, you are able to break the grapple.
Alright, now I want to fuck his face up.
It takes an action, so unless you can attack with a bonus action.
Good question. I don't know.
You cannot.
Fine then.
I'm looking at your bonus actions right now.
You don't know, mate.
I do. Got your character sheet. All right. So Tony's done, unless you want to try to move.
No, because I already took damage, so my rage will continue.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Big Boss. Jump over Leovan Toad and is going to attack Leovan Toad. That's going to hit. That's going to do 14 damage. And Leovan is now grappled. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how this is going to resolve.
They're toads trying to eat each other.
Okay. That brings us to Crispin. Crispin, you are going to... Yep. You're going to take some damage at the start of your turn. That is going to be 10 cold damage.
Okay. Oh, where do I have my pencil? All right. And then I would like to come at this gentleman with my rapier.
Okay.
And that is a 16 plus 8, 24.
That'll hit.
Base damage is 8.
I have an issue. Hold on.
Sneak attack is 15, so it'll be 23.
it. Okay. Is that it for your turn?
I'll follow through with a dagger then. If
Okay.
he's still standing.
He is.
And that's a 5.
That's going to miss.
Yeah.
That's a 5 even with your attack bonus?
Oh, I thought I didn't add attack bonus.
Yeah, you get your attack bonus. You don't get to add your
Oh!
modifier
Okay.
to damage.
No, mine is a plus 8, so that's a 12 then.
Okay, that just barely
Or
hits.
13. Whatever. Okay. Okay, and that is a 4. That way for no reason. And that is 3 damage.
Okay. All right. All
And that is my turn.
right. Laven's up, and I think I need to look up grappling because I think I might have did you wrong there, Tony.
Well, either way, I need to depart.
You have to leave?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is an issue in the domicile.
All right.
So.
All right. Well, let's just stop it there then, guys, because that way I don't have to run 3 characters.
Yeah. Sorry.
So
about this.
we'll come back in the middle of this fight next week, guys.
No, that works for pushing my time anyway, so works for me.
All right. Till next time, gentlemen.
Double cliffhangers.
All right.